Hi everyone, it's Kez Manco's YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel, and today I'm going to be recapping the round 14 games of the AFL season. Now, if you are new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, welcome. If you're returning Magpies, please like, comment. It means a lot to me. And if you are new and you do like the content, please don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. So, in hindsight today, what I try to do is that there's only 5 games of footy so far the AFL season. So how I do it is I'll go through the games, I'll talk about it, and yeah, I'll let you guys have an opinion on that. So, can the Western Bulldogs finally beat Geelong in Geelong since 2003, I think it is? Or will the Cats go their winning ways? Can Gold Coast finally beat Port Adelaide at Metricon Stadium? Or will the Power show how good they are beating a bottom 10 team? Or bottom 1 team? Can the Giants have a win at home, or will Carlton step up and finally win under a week or two of being under pressure? Can the Bombers have its first win since 1993 or 90 in the 90s? Can Essendon finally win? Or can Hawthorn finally get the 4 points in Tasmania? Now, this is Essendon's first game in Tassie as well since the 90s. I'll go through the Friday night game. It was a terrific game of footy, if I were to be brutally honest. Watching True Footy live stream off the game, and certainly that was a huge talking point out of it. It's a kick after sign by Gary Ryan. Now, he's the second player in Viva over history to have a kick after sign for 2 clubs. Barry Hall's done it as well. So it is pretty interesting to see how it does pan out as well. Geelong are, well, let's face it, a team that will be criticised a fair bit, me included, as well. The way they handle themselves as well, which is, I think, it's pretty impressive. You see a fair bit of games being decided by less than a kick and whatnot, but you always think, like, these 2 teams have played in classics, they really have, and this one doesn't disappoint from the way that it does matter on the scoreboard. Bulldogs second on the ladder, suffer another defeat. Well, realistically, the Cats, they're coming, and they're third on the ladder at the moment. And they played really, really good football. And I feel like they're the team that are going to beat anyone on their day. So, that's what I think might happen. Well, not that we are going to see the consistency of Geelong. As we know, they can be hot and cold. But to have the ball and to able to hit Gary Ryan, who kicked the after sign, who did probably spray one earlier but to go back, have that kick after the siren, I think that matters a lot more as much as possible. As well, on top of everything, now Port Adelaide, they had a really, really good win against the Gold Coast Suns. Absolutely smacked them by 50 points. In the end, that was the winning margin. To keep Gold Coast Suns to 31, I think it's a pretty good effort, and you can actually see how they played. They've had a bit of a drop off as well. They're inconsistent as much as anything. You hope a big game this week that they can afford to probably get on a bit of a run here and really make their mark. Other than that, I feel like it's a really good performance by Port. Look, Gold Coast Suns, the way that they're on the ladder isn't really that impressive, but you always tend to think that how they perform, they're always going to be up there. Port Adelaide are, and the Gold Coast Suns had them outside of the 8. I honestly thought that they would improve this year, but they've had their fair share of injuries as much as anything. So, you're not always willing to know what's going to happen with that. But the key is to success, and the success will come for the power because you know exactly what you're going to do. The Giants were too good. Beating Carlton by 10 goals, by 36 points. That's 6 goals of margin. It should have been a 10-goal margin the way that I would look at it, because Carlton were deplorable. They were. Worst game on the tee. And again, the starts. The starts are so crucial to a game. They've allowed teams to kick the first 3 goals and they try to fight back. In the second quarter, it looked alive, and then they fought hard to get within a couple of goals, and then the Giants just pulled away. And Toby Green, what a torpedo, about 65 metres. And you're thinking, how the hell is this team outside the top 8? The chance of making it now, and they are a decent team, but they don't just show it all the time. And I think the consistency of that is the way to go about it, because it is what it is. Realistically, for the Giants, is that they don't put teams away. They didn't put Carlton away. Just felt to allow Carlton to come back in, and they did against Norfolk. They allowed a lead to blow out, but then they allowed teams to come back. So what they really need to do is work on that, because it's going to cost them a final spot, realistically. And I think teams like Carlton, they know, and they just stop. Gold Coast Suns just stop. But Carlton, they don't put any pressure on. 12 players or more did not lay a tackle in the first half. That's how deplorable they were. They came with no effort. They came in thinking it was easy. It was going to be easy. And I don't see that. Carlton fans will be pretty disappointed. One thing I will say, they will lose against Adelaide, because Adelaide are a far better team than what Carlton are at the moment. They've got some kids in there, but they've got some really good young players coming through that you can see, what a win like that. They won against Adelaide, against St Kilda, a comeback. To be travelling to Marvel, I think they'll set their sights on this game. I think they'll come out knowing that it'll be a game for Adelaide, that, okay, we have to beat Carlton because they're on the man. We know if we work harder than them, they're not going to come back as much as possible for most of the part. So I think that's how I feel anyway, that Carlton will try and do. that Addo will try and do towards Carlton. Big game. Very, very big game. So I feel this game is going to be, as a perfect way to describe it, I think it will be, pressure's on. If Adelaide beats Carlton, David Teague will be sacked. You heard this first. I honestly think that after the game, I'm thinking that Adelaide's going to beat Carlton. After that performance, you can't trust Carlton enough. And I feel like the fans are getting pretty pissed off. They want something to happen. This review that they're having, this should go out to the board as well. Because how many decisions have they made to sack the coach? And yet they've been there for a long time. So I think with that as well, that needs to be looked at as much as anything. Hawthorn Essendon, well, what a game of football that we got. We had Essendon getting the job done. Jakey String kicking 4 goals. He was a star for Essendon, and to win in Tasmania, I think it's pretty important. Really important win. Hawthorn's love playing in Tassie, but it wasn't to be the way that they played, and why not? Like, when you're performing, I think there are expectations for Hawthorn. And I picked Hawthorn based on, well, they're playing in Tasmania. You don't know how Essendon are going to play there. They haven't played for so long. So I feel like that will suit teams like Hawthorn more than it suit Essendon. As it turns out, Essendon played pretty good as well on top of that. And I feel like there's going to be a massive chance as well for that to happen. So there it is, everyone. That is my recap of the round 14 games. And as we know, big winners obviously Geelong, Essendon as well, and the Giants. But the big losers for this round has to be Carlton. Maybe Hawthorn to a certain extent because they've had the advantage of playing Tasmania more. But as we know, Hawthorn are rebuilding, and who knows what's going to happen with that. We don't know what's going to happen for this week as well, but we'll know more. So, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe for more AFL content and Collingwood content. I'll be back with another video. Tomorrow will be my top 5 games that I think it's, will be good games. I'll let you guys decide on that one as well. And then I'll do my tips for you guys as well. And we're back to normal. So, and then obviously I'll do my previews for all the Collingwood stuff as well. I know we're playing in the VFLW. I don't know if we'll be playing the VFL. I'll know more about it then until I find out what's going to happen with that as much as possible. Hopefully we can go to the footy. There will be crowds, but we don't know how many there will be. So if I do go, I'll try and vlog it. If not, I'll either watch it at home or something. It's a very, very big game. Till then, bye everyone.